Greetings, my apprentices. Have I ever told you the tale of Darth Filoni, the Inconsistent? I thought not. Basically, I've been seeing a lot of memes and arguments about how Dave Filoni's work is both very good and yet sometimes also mediocre. And I just wanted to share one of my own insights into one of these particular arguments. That's right. It's time to gaze into the dark side of the Clone Wars, the final season. What if I told you that there was never supposed to be a final 7th season of the Clone Wars, and that the final story in the series was hijacked to make way for a new series, one far younger and more powerful? Or at least Disney would have liked to hope. It is my belief, considering the evidence, that the so-called final season of the Clone Wars was supposed to be a movie. In fact, I'm afraid that the movie was fully operational before the scripts for Season 7 ever arrived. The Clone Wars started with a movie introducing Padawan Ahsoka to the Star Wars galaxy. As Jedi Master Lucas states,
it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
How appropriate it would be for the Clone Wars to end the same way it began. Ending Padawan Ahsoka's story in a final film that showcases her last days as a soldier in the Clone Wars that began over 14 years ago. Notice how much more improved the animation is for episodes 9 through 12. Almost as if they were given a higher budget. A much higher budget. A budget that a movie might have. A movie that was shattered into 4 uneven pieces to form episodes. The final 4 episodes of the Clone Wars Season 7. Equivalent to the length of a movie. The last 4 episodes are similar to a film in almost every way. It even has the Lucasfilm logo at the beginning of each episode, something the rest of them lack. You know, it even has the original Star Wars score. Something even the Clone Wars film doesn't have. In addition, the other episodes are weak. This film was converted to a season for one reason, to be a backdoor pilot for the Bad Batch. But it seems that in their greed they cheapened the Clone Wars by opening it with nothing more than a 4-episode advertisement for a new show. The next 4 episodes did nothing more than to pad out the season. How else do you explain a 4-episode arc that goes nowhere, including one episode that ends in the exact same place it started? Like poetry, it rhymes indeed. In short, the final season was little more than an excuse to sell you on a new show that Disney didn't have enough confidence in for it to stand on its own merits. What could have been the first decent Star Wars film in many years was relegated to boost a new show and streaming service, effectively polling a critic. Or should I say, talking.
Here amidst my achievement, not yours!
Thus the Clone Wars saga comes to an end, not to a grand exit on the silver screen, but relegated to the computer screen. So it is not Dave Filoni that is responsible for the inconsistent quality, but his Master Disney Plus. Though he probably could have put a little bit more effort into those middle episodes.